Hello, welcome back to another edition of the Lewa Show. And I'm so fortunate to have here with me Leoshina Kariha.
Thanks, Lex.
How are you?
I'm good.
I love how you just called me Lex because I affectionately know you as Oshi. And I'm going to call you Oshi today. Is that okay?
It's fine.
Now, you've got so many hats. You were crowned Miss Papua New Guinea, Miss Madang, then Miss Papua New Guinea, then crowned the Queen of the Pacific. And then immediately after that, you became the youth advocate for Papua New Guinea with UNICEF. That's a huge, huge honor, and congratulations, you've done such a great job.
Thank you.
And how do you feel now that you're handing over one crown?
Well, I feel like I've done my bit to help raise the platform, and I'm looking forward to passing on to another sister. Yeah.
Who can carry on your legacy?
Who can carry on the legacy, and they'll be my legacy as well.
That's right, because the shoes that you've filled now have become bigger with you handing over to someone else. It's just amazing. But that's not why you're here today, because I thought you're always doing interviews with those two hats.
Yeah.
And now today I wanted to break it down and talk about the real Leoshina.
True.
You know, the Oshi that we know and that everyone deserves to learn about as well. So I have a few questions that I'd like to ask you today. And I hope that we can be as honest as possible.
Yeah.
Because this is an exclusive interview, so I'm so grateful for you accepting it today.
Oh, I'm really happy to finally give a side of myself that no one's seen before.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm excited. So just in case people don't know you, what is your full name and where are you from?
Okay, so my full name is Leoshina Mercy Kariha, and I'm from Bougainville, particularly Kieta and CY, so Central and South Bougainville and Kairuku, Eule Island and Kanosia.
Wow, that's a beautiful mix. You're a good combination of both places. So who is the real Leoshina and what is she like?
Well, the real Leoshina that I have kind of shown but not really out there is outgoing and crazy, bold about what she stands for, about what I stand for. Yes. And I just love to always jump into situations that like have a risk or a challenge, and it's the thrill of it that gets me excited and passionate about doing things in life. I'm also someone who I love to help others and be inspired by other people and grow from their experiences, like you, Lewa, Lex,
Thank you, Oshi.
Who's been really a big sister to me, and I've learned a lot from her outgoing personality and to be myself. Yeah.
You know, when you mentioned being bold, the first time I saw that in you was when we were in Tonga, or even before we went to Tonga, and your talent. So you remember what you said to me?
Yes.
About wanting to do a number from Beyonce.
Yeah.
Right, and Beyonce, why Beyonce?
Well, Beyonce was my childhood. She was my role model. Aside from my mother, she represented something that I wanted to become growing up, was confidence in my own skin, and also to empower other young girls and women along the way.
Yes.
She really inspired me in that I was a shy person before, and to step out of my comfort zone and not be afraid of who I am out there in the world.
That's exactly what you did, being bold, outgoing, courageous in that one talent. We'll try to insert some links to her actual footage of her performing the talent, but you wore a pink sequenced jumpsuit, wasn't it? It was like a bodysuit. How did you feel? Did you feel like Beyonce just in that moment?
Definitely. I remember rehearsing in my casual rehearsal uniform, and I didn't feel like in the Beyonce mode until I put on the outfit and and I started to go all out. And Auntie Molly and I remember you were thinking like, how come you're bringing the attitude now? Yeah, the sequence and that outfit made by Auntie Miriam Exkenchik really helped bring out the Beyonce personality in me, I feel.
Because that transformed the entire audience. I mean, everyone was standing. Like I said, I will have footage there for people to see. That tenacity that you have a tenacity and this fierceness in you that's really admirable, because you tend to apply that in a really calming way. Where do you get that from? Where does that stem from?
I think it's from my grandmother, my namesake Mercedes Solian, because she was someone who was very humble and quiet, yet she had this fire within her. If something happened that was wrong, you would see her immediately like flare up. Yes. But she was very, I said humble and quiet, but it's about the quietness that you hold that also gives out confidence. I would say. Yeah,
it's a really calming confidence, and it's really admirable. We've got to get on with these questions, but we'll let you have a break and we'll be right back. You're watching The Lewa Show and I'm here with Leoshina Kariha. Hello and welcome back to The Lewa Show. You're with myself and Leoshina Kariha. So Leoshina, back to the questions. What does Oshi, as we all affectionately know you as, like to do in her spare time?
Well, there's lots of things that I love to do in my spare time. And one of my favorite things is cooking, because cooking and food is very important to me in my life. Even though most of the time, because of the pressure and stress of things, it just leaves my body.
So like very comfort quickly. Eating, but it doesn't it's not really comforting because you end up just shredding all the weight with all the work that you do.
I love to cook lasagna and Chinese cuisine. I love dumplings and the especially the juiciness of how it bursts in your mouth. You know?
I didn't even know this about you. I didn't even know that you love to cook. See, I learned something new today. And right now you're taking care of your dad and your granddad while your mum and your brothers are overseas. So do you cook for them as well?
I do. I love to cook because it also connects you back to your family, and you can have a more intimate relationship with them, because in this role I've had less time to spend with them, and when I cook and I share a meal with them, I feel like it just gives me the time to connect with them again in that small maybe 30 minutes that I eat with them at home with over greens and some cream chicken.
And you're really cooking with love, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh, I see your eyes light up about it. I mean, just before we had some food. We weren't supposed to have some food, but as soon as the producer mentioned you wanted something to eat.
Yes, Meat Lovers is the best pizza.
Thank you to our host venue, to Gateway Hotel, who gave us delicious pizza from Enzo's Pizza, I think it is.
Yes.
Our producer can correct us later, but shout out to our venue host for today.
Thank you.
Our next question now. Now they say with growth, people change, like in a positive way, we hope. How has becoming the Queen of the Pacific changed you?
That's a really good question that I've had to reflect on, and now that I'm handing over the crown to another young lady that will surely represent our country and go through the Pacific region pageant as well, I would like to say that being in the role has really matured me to to actually try new things and not be afraid of challenges, and to use criticism to your advantage and to help build you to become a better person, not for yourself but for the people that you're serving.
Yes.
And it's really taught me to embrace culture and really your roots and who you are as a person.
Because it's so easy to get lost in that, you know,
Yeah.
when people go straight into the limelight and, you know, when you become a public figure
True.
per se, sometimes it can change you. So how do you keep that balance?
My balance has been in maintaining like the relationships that I had before, and also with people who I see can maintain that balance like you. And they've been role models, because I am a young person coming out into like the professional arena today. It's challenging to maintain your identity, and I had those challenges at first where I thought, what am I doing, or am I doing this right? Am I still being who I am? And those were really challenging because I didn't want to lose the essence of who I was. But I realized that you can be your own original and be proud of who you are.
And achieve things.
Yes,
like you
achieve
have.
things.
Yes, at such a young age. Yes.
Thanks,
Would you
Lex.
say, you're welcome, Oshi. You're so polite, even now. Would you say that the journey itself has somehow helped you to discover who you are as a person? Yes?
It really has. It's thrown me off the cliff where I had to struggle to fly at first. But then once I found the positioning where I knew who I was, which was this quirky side of myself, sometimes geeky and loving to be around people and socialize, then I found that yes, that's me, and I'm comfortable in my own skin, and being proud of that, to share that with others, and having like people respond positively to it has also given me that confidence to be myself.
That's fun. Don't ever change, because you're just a breath of fresh air. And I've got some more questions. We should probably take a break. You are here with me and Leoshina Kariha on the Lewa Show. Don't go away. We've got more coming up with Oshi. Hello, you're back with me on the Lewa Show. We've got Leoshina Kariha sitting with us today. That was really formal. I'm just going to stick to Oshi. That was way too formal.
Yeah.
All right, next two questions. What were two things that you were picked on in school, and how do you feel about them now?
Okay. The first one, you're going to laugh at this. I was picked on for my big bagu in school because it always happened to outshine my other body parts. and also my eyebrows. People would call me Malmaninga but then we love you, Malmaninga. Like, thank you for coaching our Maroons team. And but like my eyebrows were bushy and out of hand, like they grew out of hand.
You know, kids can be so cruel, you know what I mean? But okay, so how do you feel about your bagu now and your eyebrows? I honestly don't think you have a big bagu. I mean, I know I do, it's pretty evident. But I just don't see, anyway. But how do you feel about it now?
Now I'm I feel proud of my bagu.
Yes.
And I want other people who have big bagus to be proud of theirs as well, because it's
Cheers!
because imagine if we didn't have the bagu there, you know.
Yes.
We were all created differently, so just be proud of that. Yeah.
Probably means you have a big brain too.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
more
what
space.
I was trying to add on.
Okay, and your eyebrows?
My eyebrows are now tamed. And I actually don't let anyone in particular touch them unless I'm happy with... I actually like how there are now models who have bushy eyebrows,
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
a
proud
thing
of it.
now. It's like they just trim around it, but it's a in thing to have
it's
thick,
like
bushy
top
eyebrows.
end model type thing.
Yeah, like high end. So that makes you proud of your eyebrows.
Yeah, I'm very proud
You
of
have
my
really nice eyebrows anyway. I can just like, yeah, eyebrows on fleek.
Thanks, Lex.
I never knew this about you. I didn't know that you thought or you think or that people thought you had a big buggle. But anyway, brain space, honey, brain space. Okay, next question. Oh, next two questions, if my producer allows us to ask this. Who is your celebrity crush?
I really loved Four from Divergent.
Oh, really?
Like, was crazy about him. Because there's something about people who do combat and...
You find that,
Yeah, and like the rough edge to a guy.
Yes.
I don't know if you like that, but I found this guy who actually looked like Four, like the same spitting image of Four, and he was from Tin Puts, so shout out to you. And he's now part of our family and close to us, because in grade 8 I was crazy about him, and Mom used to even pass the money to me to pass it to him because he was the spitting image of Four.
Wow, so that's your celebrity crush.
Yep.
My celebrity crush, everyone knows, is Idris Elba, whom I just discovered got married recently, but anyway, I think he's just gorgeous and amazing.
Yeah.
What is your favorite food?
That's a hard question.
You love food, you talked about dumplings, but what is your favorite?
I love spaghetti bolognese because it's the way that if you could make love with food, that's the slurping.
Yeah, the cheese, the mince, or whatever it is you put in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's not talk about food. Actually, we should take a quick break and maybe order something to eat.
Yeah.
What do you think?
The stomach's grumbling.
Stomach's grumbling. You're watching The Lewa Show. We will be right back. Hello, welcome back to The Lewa Show. We've got Leoshina Kariha here with me today. Now, Oshi, continuing on. How would someone have... No, let me rephrase that. How or what would someone have to do to get your special attention?
Wow. I would say they'd have to be themselves and not a fake character.
Yeah, like plastic.
Yeah. I'm drawn to people who are authentic and raw, you know, have raw personality, because I like to vibe with that.
Yes.
And in a guy, I would like someone who loves family.
Yes.
And who is also humorous.
Yeah, gotta have a sense of humor, right? Otherwise, what
Not
is the point?
Serious, and and is also ready to support me in whatever I'm doing, and understands that I'll I'll not always have time for them.
Exactly, and
But,
this journey has taught you
yeah.
that, right? Because every day you've got something on, it's a busy schedule.
Yes.
You're a new age Papua New Guinean woman, basically. That's
We're very career driven now.
Yes.
Yeah. like
times
you.
have changed. So being themselves, raw personality, and a bit of humor, and supportive and family orientated.
That's it.
Love it. So now that you are handing over your second crown, the Miss Papua New Guinea crown,
Yeah.
do you have plans? Have you already figured out what you want to do after that?
I am actually at the moment writing some essays to prepare for some opportunities for study,
Okay.
maybe abroad or here. I would love to continue studying in community development or
So you've changed from what you were
political
studying
science.
before?
Yes.
What were you studying before?
PNG studies and international relations.
And then now you want to continue on with...
Yeah, maybe like along the same lines, maybe anthropology or people related.
Yes.
Yeah, because I found that that's my passion and I want to continue in that. If you're not passionate about it, then there's really no purpose in studying it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because you're really passionate about our culture too and preserving that, aren't you? Is that where the
Yes.
anthropology comes in?
Yeah. More studying them, the people and the society.
People in the society.
Yeah.
Wow, I encourage you to continue to do that because we need to preserve our culture, don't we?
Yes.
Especially in changing times.
And now with the young people, how we can really get pulled in by influences from overseas.
Correct.
And this platform has really taught me to stay grounded. Yeah.
You are one of the most authentic and grounded people I've ever met. And I'm not just saying that because we're on the show, but you really are. You truly are. Okay, now to complete today's interview, who would you like to thank as we're going in now to the crowning of the Miss PNG, Miss Pacific Islands pageant at the end of this month. And then we have I think it's 2 months break and then we hand over your Pacific crown. So who would you like to thank as we head towards that time?
There are so many people that I would like to thank because it took, I always say a village, but it's more than that. It's the support system has been overwhelming from the beginning, and I would firstly like to thank God for giving me this chance. I never knew I would be here today sitting in a beautiful dress and
with beautiful eyebrows.
That would reminder. And actually care about my presentation, coming from Kachins and not being confident to express myself and share myself with the world out there. I would like to thank my family, and right now I do have a big family to thank, but I'd like to send a shout out to my family across Papua New Guinea and in Brisbane and throughout Australia, the Aboriginals that have gone back, and also to the ones in New Island who are still fighting for land. And I would like to thank my Bougainville side of the family as well, the aunties in Kieta who've sent basket earrings and even supported in gifting the girls. I have surprises for them from all my aunties, and I'd love to thank my parents and the committee that have honestly surrounded me with love from the beginning. I have been in safe hands.
You'd have to reassure your parents, because your parents are obviously amazing people to have brought someone like you up and then to entrust the committee with taking care of you. So that's the MPIP PNG committee.
And it's been just 8 months, and from the transformation that you've allowed me to go through and to become an independent woman, I feel like I'm a new person, but still the same person holding, you know, my character. Character is something that needs to stay the same throughout if you want to be a leader in the world. I feel that I'll share one example is 1, 2, like numbers. They are characters because they stay the same, and that's what keeps their authenticity. And so to be a good leader, the most important advice I would give is to hold on to your character, because that's what will save you out there when people, like what you said, when people give really positive remarks, not to go over your head.
Right,
it's
yes.
your character that will keep you intact.
Staying true to your core and true to who you are, really.
That's
so your family, and shout out to the committee. Thank you.
Most importantly, thank you to all the followers of my journey, those who have shared my experiences, my story with the millions out there who, I'm saying millions, thousands.
Well, millions, because you actually touched so many. We'll say millions, because yes, millions.
Thank you to everyone who has shared my story, because I can only be one voice, but you are the ones that are spreading the message that of being proud of who you are, and to break the insecurity and just break out there and be who you are, you know, like Queen, I want to break free. That's my favorite song, really.
Oh, well, there you go. We learned something new about you. Okay, Leoshina, where can we find you in the social media world?
You can find me on my blog page, Leoshina Kariha, and my personal Facebook page, Mercedes Kariha, Instagram, Leo Messi Bay. That's all.
Her tags will be down here, so do connect with her if you want to send her a message, or follow her on social media to see what else she gets up to. Thank you, Leoshina Kariha. We be formal now, more affectionately known as Oshi. Thank you for your time, for coming on the Lewa Show on behalf of all of us. It's been a pleasure talking to you today.
Thank you, Lex.